Hello, how are you doing? Today we are back for our part 2 of the Magic Kingdom and what all is there. We're going to be going over Fantasyland and Tomorrowland. Alright guys, so let's talk about Fantasyland. So if you saw my other video, I went over the other 3 lands, Adventureland, Frontierland, and Liberty Square. So today we're moving on into Fantasyland, and this is assuming we're taking a path of like this. So we're coming into Fantasyland and then we'll move to Tomorrowland and we'll be back at Main Street. All right, so in Fantasyland, okay, it doesn't have them listed in order here. So I guess let's just do this. So first thing you come to is It's a Small World, and it is right here in this area. And this ride, actually everything in Fantasyland, except for one thing, so all but one thing here in Fantasyland, everyone can ride no matter the age or height. All right, so you come to It's a Small World, and that's just a really fun little ride. It has these little people and they sing that song I'm sure you've heard, and it's a little boat ride and the kids love it. I actually like it too, even though I'm an adult. Some people hate It's a Small World, but I love it. Right across from It's a Small World, there is Peter Pan. This is also another crowd favorite. This usually has a really long line. It's a really short ride, but long lines. So if you are going to ride Peter Pan, it's something you're gonna wanna hit first thing at opening, towards the end of the day near closing, or during like a parade or mealtime. Sometimes during meal times you can get on rides fairly quickly. Okay, so moving on, let's see. So then you kind of come to right beside It's a Small World, there is Pinocchio's, is what I call it. What's their official name? Yeah, Pinocchio Village House, and it is like a pizza place. We really like Pinocchio's. We always try and eat there at least once. And this is really fun theming. It's obviously, like the name, it's themed after Pinocchio, and it has like a window that looks out over Small World. So if you get to sit on that side of the restaurant, you can see Small World boats going as you eat. And this is a favorite of ours to do. All right, then we have Mickey's Fill Her Magic. This is a 3D show, and it's just a cute little show. You wear 3D glasses, and I mean, it has music, and it's just a nice little show. Then moving on a little back, so we've come like this, and then if you go like back this way, there is a restaurant back there, Belle's Be Our Guest Restaurant, that's the name. So Be Our Guest Restaurant is back there, and this is a reservation only. There's also Gaston's Tavern, and this has more like cinnamon rolls, sandwiches, just like more like quick little grab a bite kind of food. And it is not reservation only. And then there is also, right there by Belle's, we come over here and you have the Little Mermaid ride. And the Little Mermaid ride, sorry, I'm trying to see, I should just gone in order, I guess. Under the Sea, Journey of the Little Mermaid is the official name. And right beside that, they usually had where you met Ariel. This has not been the case since COVID, so I don't know when they'll bring that back. So we'll just kind of skip over that. But the Little Mermaid ride is also a favorite of ours. You ride in this little seashell, and it kind of just takes you through the story of the Little Mermaid. It's really cute. It's a newer ride, but it's done in a more traditional way, and I really enjoy this ride. Then there is, let's see, they don't have that anymore. There is the Casey Jr. area, and this is kind of like a little water splash pad area, and that's over by the Dumbos and stuff. This is hit or miss if it's on or off. They had it on for a little while, and they turned it off because of COVID, and then it was on again, and then it was off again. So don't go counting that it'll be on. Who knows? It might be on, it might not be on. But right back there beside that, there is the Dumbo Rides, and they have 2 of them. And that's just, you know, the elephant that flies in a circle. And there's the Barnstormers, which is a little roller coaster. Barnstormers, you have to be 35 inches tall to ride. And this is actually pretty little. My just turned 3-year-old was tall enough to ride it. So this is a great first time roller coaster. It's little and it's fun and it's just cute and it's short. So this is a good way if you want to start them out on roller coasters. All right, then moving on around, we have the Mad Tea Party. And that's the teacups, you know, that just spin around and around. And then we have Mine Train. And that's this newer roller coaster with the Snow White themed Mine Train. And this also usually has a very long line. And I actually would not recommend rope dropping this because every time we've tried that, the line is ridiculously long. You actually would do better to wait till evening and hopping in line closer to closing, because everyone seems to go there for a rope drop, and so the line will be like 2 hours in the morning, but if you wait and go in the afternoon, it might only be an hour wait. So that one is probably not the best to rope drop just because everyone has in their mind they're gonna do that. But this is a really fun roller coaster. I really enjoy this ride, and there is a requirement. 38 inches is the height requirement for this one, so not as tall as some. And yeah, it's just fun, it's unique. It does some unique things that not every roller coaster does. And it's super cute theming. I really enjoy this. All right, then across from that you have Winnie the Pooh, and this is also just kind of a more traditional ride. You get in like in a little honey pot and you ride through the story of Winnie the Pooh, and it's really sweet. The kids, little kids, love it. So definitely check out Winnie the Pooh. Let's see, then, okay. So that brings us around to, you have the carousel there in the center. Let me see if I can kind of give you a visual here. So we kind of went around like this, or we went this way, around like this, and we're back here to the carousel. So you have the carousel, or I'm sorry, that's not the carousel. I can't see it backwards. All right, so we went around like this. That's teacups, and then here we go. We're on the lake, and then there is the carousel. And then in the castle is Cinderella's royal table. This, I don't know, there's some debate on this. It is, I would say, like a must do at least once. I thought it was pretty amazing. I thought the food was good, but I've heard some people think the food was not that good. It is definitely expensive, like probably overpriced expensive, but it is pretty neat because you get to eat in the castle. And when we ate, the fireworks actually started, so we could see the fireworks through the window, which that was pretty neat. This was years ago, and it is a character dining meal. I guess, if you have a dining plan, it is totally worth your 2 dining credits to go to it. If you do not have the dining plan and you're more on a budget, I don't know that it's worth it. There are other character meals that are very good as well at a much cheaper cost. Now, if you're willing to just splurge and you're really not that worried about the cost, then do it. It's fun. But yeah, if you're more on a budget and you're doing it just for the character dining, there's probably better options for the price. But it is a nice place. Okay, then there underneath the castle is the Bippity Boppity Boutique. This has not been open since COVID. I don't know when it is going to open. All right, did I cover everything in this area? Okay, so a few restaurants that I missed is Eric's Village Market. This is just a kiosk with some like snack foods. The Cheshire Cat, which has like slushies, frozen lemonade, coffee, and that is over by the teacups. Storybook Treats, that is there towards the center, and the Friar Nook. Both of those are more like snack foods or just a quick little bite. And Big Top Souvenirs. That also has not been open like in a year and a half. So I don't know when that one's gonna open, but there is a store, and that is back by the Barnstormers roller coaster, which was back in this section back here. Okay, moving on now. So the way we went, so we got here to this castle, okay? And you could go out and over to Tomorrowland, or you can come back around this way and go into Tomorrowland. So I will just go ahead and read off this here so that I don't miss anything, because that seems easier than trying to think of it in order. All right, so on here in order, they have the Tomorrowland Speedway, and that is this here. And that's just like a little cars that the kids can drive. There is a height requirement on it. It is 32 inches to ride, and then just to be on, or they can drive at 32 inches, but you have to have an adult with you, and then 54 inches to drive all by yourself. So a trick with this one, if you have two little kids that are under the 54 and it's just you, you can do what they call it's rider swap, and they give you this little thing. You tell them, can we have them both drive? And they'll give you this thing on the side of your car, and you let one kid drive around the track, and then when you get to the place where you normally get off, they will take the flag off and you switch your little kids and you let your second child drive all the way around. And so that's a really nice way for both of your little kids to ride without having to stand in line twice. All right, so then a little bit past that, and this is coming in from, the way this is listed, it's coming in from this side over here. You have Space Mountain. Space Mountain, you have to be 44 inches tall to ride. Space Mountain is one of my favorite roller coasters. I would have probably said it was my favorite until Mine Train opened, and Mine Train is probably now my favorite here, and Space Mountain's my second favorite. So Space Mountain is a dark roller coaster, and it's in that this thing here. And it just takes you like in this little rocket ship, and it takes you up, and then it's kind of like one of those, it just twists down. There's nothing crazy. It doesn't go upside down. It doesn't corkscrew or anything like that. It's just basically super fast spinning down, and it might twist suddenly. And since you're in the dark, I think that's where the excitement comes from, because you're not 100% sure which direction you're going to go. And so that is fun. And there are two tracks. So that kind of changes to which direction you're going to go and kind of throws you off a little depending on which track you get on. All right, then there are Aster Orbiters, and that is actually, there's this thing here in the center, and it is way up on top of that, and it's kind of like Dumbo in that it goes in a circle, but you are super high up in the sky. And so I think that just adds an element of like, oh my goodness, we are like way up here and we're spinning in a circle, and it can be a little intense for just a spinning ride, but a lot of people really enjoy this ride. All right, then we have the People Movers, the Transit Authority People Movers. This is a favorite of a lot of people, including me, and these are just a fun, so you get on it here. Underneath the Orbiters, there's a little station for it, and it has a track, and it kind of just takes you all over Tomorrowland. And so you kind of get to glimpse inside all these different rides in Tomorrowland. You go into Space Mountain, you go over by the Autopia, or the little, the driving cars. You go into Buzz Lightyear. It just takes you all over, and you kind of get a glimpse of all over Tomorrowland. It's a nice relaxing ride, and it's just a nice place to kind of chill. So we really enjoy the People Movers. Then there is the Carousel of Progress, and this is also a classic and fun, and it kind of takes you through, it's a little show. You sit down and it moves to different scenes. So each scene is like a different time period, and they kind of tell you what was going on at that time period, and it's just a cute little show. I probably wouldn't ride it like more than once or twice in a trip because the show's not going to change, but we really like it, and you have to ride it at least once. All right, then we come to Buzz Lightyear, and this is one of the little like shooting rides. So you get in these little Buzz Lightyear vehicles, and you have like a little laser gun type thing, and you shoot at targets as you're going through all these different scenes. And it's just really fun. It's interactive and a favorite. And again, all ages can ride those last few that I've mentioned. Then we have Monsters Laugh Floor. And this is supposed to be opening soon. So that's exciting. It has been closed for like the last year and a half. And this is an interactive show where they tell jokes and they point out people in the audience, and it's very interactive and fun. All right, so then that brings us to restaurants that they have. So they have the Cosmic Ray Starlight Cafe and the Launching Pad. I never understand, honestly, what the difference is in these two. So the Cosmic Ray Starlight Cafe and the Tomorrowland Terrace restaurant is like in the same building, and I don't really understand what the difference is. It's like the same seating area and you pick up your food like in the same window, but it has them listed as two separate restaurants. I don't really know why. I kind of feel like they're the same, but those are both in this building here. And quick tip is if you can sit on this side of the building facing the castle, you can have some beautiful views. Excellent views of the castle. And you know, we've not sat there during fireworks, but I would imagine some amazing views of fireworks too if you could get a chair there during fireworks. And it's inside, so if it's really hot or rainy or anything like that, this is a great place to stop, have some food, see a good scenery. And this is just kind of basic food: hot dogs, chicken nuggets, hamburgers. So I mean, the food's not bad, but it's not anything like amazing. But yeah, it's a nice place to sit and relax. All right, then they also have a milkshake and ice cream place, Auntie's Gravity Galactic Goodies. They have Cosmic Rays Starlight Cafe, which I think that's what I just mentioned. Cool Ship, this is just a beverage spot. It's just a little kiosk. They have a little store there, Star Traders, and the Launching Pad, which is actually underneath the transit. So this center thing here, and this also has not been open. I don't know that it's been open any of the times I've been there. So I don't know, again, if it's just I go at the wrong time of year or if it's just one of those restaurants that they don't have open right now. So, but that is there. All right, I think that is everything. There is a store as you're coming out of Space Mountain that has some Star Wars stuff, Space Mountain stuff, and I see it's not listed on here, but there is a store there and they have some really neat things in that store, so that would be worth looking into as well. And then this area actually has some new things coming that we don't know what they are yet. So this area should be changing a little bit in the future. And that brings us back to the main hub here in front of the castle and Main Street. So some things I just wanted to mention is there is a child care center here on Main Street, and it is right back. Let me make sure I'm pointing at this right. Yes, so it is right back here by the Crystal Palace, which is that character dining place. And this is a place you can go to change your baby's diaper. They have little miniature potty chairs if you have a child that's like potty training. They have a nursing room. They have an area where you can feed your baby with like high chairs and a microwave if you need to heat something up. You also can buy anything that you might need for your baby that you forgot, like diapers or wipes or medicines or baby food, formula. They can kind of have like just little quick go packs of all that kind of stuff there for you to purchase. So this is a really nice place to take your baby if you just kind of need somewhere quiet and out of the way to take care of them. All right, guys, so that is all of the lands that there are in the Magic Kingdom. Let me know what your favorite area is. What's your favorite ride? I would love to know. The fireworks you can see from a lot of different places, but some of the most popular viewing spots are from Main Street and right in front of the castle. You get a little bit different perspective depending on where you are sitting. I really like seeing it from the end of Main Street closer to the train station. I feel like, because a lot of times they involve Main Street in their fireworks shows, and so it's a really fun thing to see. If you're right up near the castle, You definitely feel like you're right in the middle of it all, but you can miss some of the stuff going on behind you, but it is a lot bigger, and you can see projections on the castle a lot better if you're right up by the castle. But honestly, even if you're back behind the castle in Tomorrowland, you can have some really pretty views. Honestly, you can kind of see the fireworks from all over the park, but you won't see them to their full capacity if you aren't in front of the castle. There's also some great spots to see them off or not in the Magic Kingdom, like at the Polynesian and stuff. There's some good viewing spots as well, but you obviously can't see the castle projections if you are that far. So yes, at the end of Main Street is our favorite spot to watch them. Another great thing about this is you can kind of just hop out and watch them at the last minute, and you don't have to sit and wait forever.
Hey, Mommy.
I'm not really into the sitting and waiting for fireworks for 2 or 3 hours. Maybe when my kids are older, but right now that usually just kind of tends to be annoying. And by the time the fireworks start, we're done and we're just ready to be gone. But at the end of Main Street, you can kind of do other things. You could shop and then kind of just hop out and stand at the end of Main Street and watch them last minute, and you still get an amazing view. All right, guys, that is it. I hope you guys found this interesting and helpful. Yeah, and I will see you all in my next video. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy these videos. It really helps me know what people like or don't want to see. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye.